Namaste, I am Nivedita Tiwari and you are watching New India Junction. The COVID-19 pandemic has adversely affected economies all over the world. However, the government of India has been proactively working at every stage to keep the economy on track. On the one hand, the government has extended support to the marginalized through the Atmanirbhar Bharat package. On the other, it has eased out supply constraints to ensure smooth and seamless services. The next steps are towards giving an economic stimulus to boost demand in a fiscally prudent way. Today, we discuss the important measures which have been taken towards consumer spending and capital expenditure in order to boost demand. If we talk about consumer spending, the first step in this direction is LTC Cash Voucher Scheme, a kind of incentivization scheme for employees in the government and other organized sectors. The central government employees get leave travel concession in a block of 4 years. Due to COVID-19, employees are not in a position to avail the LTC in the current block of 2018-21. In lieu of one LTC during 2018-21, the government has decided to make a cash payment. Full payment on leave encashment and payment of fare in 3 flat rate slabs depending on the class of entitlement. This fare payment will be tax-free. An employee opting for the scheme will be required to buy goods and services worth 3 times the fare and 1 time the leave encashment before 31st March 2021. So this money must be spent on goods attracting GST of 12% or more from GST registered vendors, and the purchase must be made in digital mode. Also, the GST invoice will have to be produced. Now, how will this give a financial boost to the economy? The estimated cost of the LTC Cash Voucher Scheme for the central government employees is Rs 5,675 crores. And the employees of the PSBs and PSUs, Rs 1,900 crores. Tax concessions will be allowed for the state government and private sector too for the employees who are currently entitled to LTC if they follow the guidelines of the central government scheme. Demand infusion in the economy by central government and central PSE/PSB employees is estimated to be approximately 19,000 crores. The demand infusion by the state government employees will be Rs 9,000 crore. An additional consumer demand generation of Rs 28,000 crores is therefore expected. The second measure to accelerate consumer spending ahead of the festival season is the Special Festival Advance Scheme. Festival advance along with other similar advances were abolished on the recommendation of the 7th Pay Commission. It is proposed that the festival advance to government employees for the festivals up to 31st January 2021 will be restored. Government employees will receive interest-free advance of Rs 10,000 to be recoverable in maximum 10 installments. An amount of Rs 4,000 crores is expected to be disbursed under this scheme. If given by all the state governments, another Rs 8,000 crores is likely to be disbursed. Assuming there is 50% adoption by states, the estimate is Rs 4,000 crores. There will be no permanent increase in government expenditure as the advance will be recovered. The additional consumer demand generated will be Rs 8,000 crore. The employees will get a preloaded RuPay card of the advance value, and the government charges in this regard will be borne by the government. The digital mode of payment will consequently result in tax revenue and encourage honest businesses. Let's now come to capital expenditure. How is it important? Capital expenditure has a high multiplier effect. It raises not only the current GDP but also the future GDP, making debt more sustainable. A new thrust has been given to the capital expenditure of the states and the centre. So, what are the provisions? The provisions are special interest-free 50-year loans to states for capital expenditure for Rs 12,000 crores. There are 3 parts to this. Part 1. Rs 2,500 crore for Northeast, Uttarakhand and Himachal. Part 2. Rs 7,500 crore for other states in proportion to their share in Finance Commission devolution. Now, how will this be done? 50% of the loans will be given to the states initially and the balance after the use of the first installment. The unutilized funds will be reallocated. Part 3. Rs 2,000 crore has been allocated for the states which meet at least 3 out of 4 reforms given in the Atmanirbhar fiscal deficit package. This allocation has to be used for new or ongoing capital projects needing funds and or settling the contractors or suppliers' bills on such projects. And this has to be spent by 31st March 2021. This funding will be over and above all the other additional borrowing ceilings given to the states. A bullet repayment of 50 years and no servicing required till then. An additional budget of Rs 25,000 crores will be provided for capital expenditure on roads, defense infrastructure, water supply, urban development, and domestically produced capital equipment. These allocations will be made in forthcoming revised estimate discussions of Ministry of Finance and concerned ministries. Now, if we look at the total numbers, Rs 36,000 crore additional consumer demand and Rs 37,000 crore additional central and state capital expenditure has been created. So, the total boost to the demand is estimated at Rs 73,000 crore. A rough estimate is that the potential private sector spending through LTC tax benefit will at least equal to the government employee-led demand of Rs 28,000 crores, and the total additional demand is estimated to exceed Rs 1 lakh crore. The underlying thought behind the demand boost is that the measures by the government to stimulate demand must not burden the common citizen with future inflation and must not put government debt on an unsustainable path. These measures can be seen as effective ways in boosting consumer spending and capital expenditure that will eventually lead to the revival of the economy. Keep watching New India Junction. Namaste.